have a spot.
Welcome back to Cyclecraft TV. This is the second part of my review of the Giro Ethos MIPS commuter bike helmet. If you want to see that first video, click on the card or check the links in the notes. Now, to reiterate my disclaimer, this is not a sponsored review. I did receive the helmet at no charge, but it wasn't for review purposes, and they don't know that I'm making this video. So to recap what we're looking at here, Giro created this commuter-centric helmet to provide some extra measure of safety for road cyclists by including high visibility lighting directly into the helmet. Now, as a regular bike commuter, I am their target customer. Hey, before I get into the review though, I want to mention that I'm going to be giving one of these helmets away. Now, to find out how you could be the lucky winner, stick around to the end of the video for details. To start off with, this helmet is really well made, like all Giro helmets. It includes the MIPS technology on the inside of the helmet to help reduce the incidence of brain injury in a crash. I'll include some links to other videos about MIPS in the notes as well. What stands this helmet apart though is the built-in lighting, white lights in front and red in the back. In addition to several flash and steady modes, the helmet also functions as a turn signal indicator operated by a remote control mounted on your handlebar. I have about 7 hours of riding in the Ethos, and here are my thoughts. First, the helmet fits me nicely, and the padded interior and micro-adjust harness make the helmet really comfortable and secure. The straps are held together with this magnetic buckle. It's really secure and it's easy to use. No more pinching. Now, I received this helmet with the integrated visor, which I eventually removed after some time as it wasn't really working for me. If I didn't wear polycarbonate sunglasses, I might feel differently, but the visor was awkward to use, held in heat, which might be okay on a colder day, and sometimes it tickled my nose. Now you go ahead and insert your own Humpty Dance jokes here. If you know, you know. So after charging up the helmet and the remote with the included USB cord, it was time to ride. This is where things get a little tricky. There weren't any instructions for pairing the controller to the helmet in the box. Now, after searching the interwebs, I found some conflicting instructions on YouTube and the Giro website. Now, the method that ultimately worked for me was as follows. You turn on the helmet by pressing and holding. When lights come on and then it flashes orange, then you take the controller and you're going to press and hold the right and left buttons together. So when those green lights come on, there we go. And now it's connecting up. So as you can see, it's a little bit tricky to get that to go. But once it's on, left turn, turn that off, right turn works, turned it off, and then you can change the flash modes of the helmet at the same time. And you can also turn the helmet off by pressing and holding the center button on the controller, like so. So it's a little tricky getting it going, but once it goes pretty good. So I will say that when the controller connects and operates properly, it's pretty cool. The lights are really visible even in daylight. The helmet beeps to let you know the turn signal is blinking. Now, what was frustrating though was that the controller didn't always work. And sometimes I would press the turn signal button and hold 2, 3, 4, nothing would happen. Sometimes I would press and then 2, 3, 4, the signal would come on after I made my turn. Then when I pressed the button to cancel the signal, it would stay on. Go figure. Now, sometimes leaning my head down to the handlebar, the controller would connect. What I discovered after several rides was that the Bluetooth on my phone, when connected to my 360 camera, would interfere with the signal. If I turned off the Bluetooth in my phone, the controller worked flawlessly. So if you're not using Bluetooth, no problem. Now, I'm not sure if this would be a problem if you had your phone connected to another device, such as a Bluetooth speaker. Or if you had your phone in your pocket instead of on the handlebar, would that fix the connection issue? I don't know. But like I said, without the interference, the controller was very responsive. From the standpoint of battery life, I had over 5 hours of riding without recharging the helmet or the controller. Right after about the 5-hour mark though, the helmet was still on, but the controller pooped out. Still, that's a pretty good amount of regular use time. I did a static test here in the studio. I turned the lights on steady on the highest mode on bright and timed it. The battery lasted about 3 hours, 11 minutes, and 44 seconds. For night use, I would still use my regular headlight to see where I'm going and leave the helmet in one of the blink modes. The lights on steady are pretty bright and I wouldn't rely on them to see where I'm going. So my advice is to use a high power headlight for night riding. Now, I suppose in a pinch the helmet would provide a decent amount of light though. All in all, I really like this helmet. For quality and comfort, I'd give it 5 stars. For the light-up features, I'm only going to give it 4 stars because of the connectivity issues. The weight with the visor is 523 grams. That's not super light compared to a race helmet, but it's really not bad at all for the quality and features. I didn't find the weight to be an issue at all when riding. At a price of $270 with the visor and $250 without, this helmet is not for everybody. But for everyday bike commuters like me, the extra safety provided by the lighting features makes it a compelling choice when you're looking for a new brain bucket. So what do you think? Does this helmet have any appeal for you? Let me know in the comments. And now for the giveaway. Send us a direct message on our Instagram account @CyclecraftNJ with the time for how long the helmet battery lasted in our steady light test. Anyone with a correct answer will be in the random drawing contest. If you're the winner, we'll message you back to get your shipping details. Good luck! Hey, and while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe to Cyclecraft TV. Help us get past that 1,000 subs mark. That'd be really much appreciated. Thanks for watching this episode of Cyclecraft TV, and remember, keep the rubber side down.